I'm not gonna front. How is a fragrance that isn't that old already have a flanker that's considered a vintage batch? Make it make sense to me. So you know how I feel about Plum fragrances, in particular Plum in Cognac. I found this fragrance to be stellar. As a Plum fan, loved every facet, every juiciness, all the woods, the boozy element that this fragrance had. Loved every part of it. It was a refreshing take on a note that I'm absolutely infatuated with, but I like to spend bread. So I was on my team's page, Max Aroma, and I saw that they had another Plum in Cognac, but it wasn't like a different concentration. At least maybe it was titled incorrectly, but it's supposed to be a vintage version of Plum in Cognac Vintage 2024. How is that vintage? It was 5 months ago? I said 5 months, we're only in March.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Math, really good at it. So what the hell is the difference between Plum in Cognac Vintage 2024 and the original? Which one should we get? Let's roll my motherfucking music so we can check out that vintage that's not vintage, but called vintage, but it has Plum in it, so it shouldn't disappoint me, right? Right. Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐶_𝗏. Vintage 2024. How does that even make sense? I'm doing this wrong for sure. I'm gonna break the box. Doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, that's not how you open it at all. Doesn't matter. I throw these shits away, so makes no difference to moi. Oh, there's probably a whole experience to this too, and I'm just fucking it all up. Man, it is what it is. That's life. Who cares? I just want the scent, bro. Come out. Wow, amazing. I love the bottle though. Full black on black with the gold accent, as opposed to the black with gold accent. See? That's the difference visually. I mean, is there any other markings? No. What makes this shit vintage? Let's do note side-by-side comparison. This one says AS on it, or whatever writing that says, and this doesn't. Just has some regular. Is that considered kanji? Is that what it is? Notes. So for the original joint, it indicates Plum, Peru Balsam, Rum Absolute, Cinnamon, Cistus, Haitian Vetiver, Vanilla, Immortelle Absolute, and Osmanthus. And I got this off of Parfumo. Now for the Vintage 24 version, it indicates Cinnamon, Plum, Rum Absolute, Immortelle Absolute, Osmanthus, Peru Balsam, Vanilla CO2, and Vetiver. So allegedly the vintage version, according to the interwebs, is building upon the original version that introduces a deeper intensity and complexity while maintaining the sensual and provocative essence of its predecessor. The vintage 2024 edition incorporates notes of honeyed broom and immortelle, adding a refined sweetness enhanced by spicy cinnamon bark and 2 other variations of natural vetiver. It's a little smokier, allegedly. I mean, seems a little money grabbish, not gonna hold you, but it's a really good scent. I just hope they didn't muck it all up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the original on a test strip, a couple of spritzes over here, let that wind down for a second, and we're gonna do a couple of spritzes of the vintage new joint. Ooh, it's a weird color. It almost comes out green. Look at that shit. The fuck? Would that stain clothing? Oh, I don't like that. Hold on. Oh. White teas, be very cautious. I don't know if that stains, but you saw what it did to the old school Cubano strip. And don't ask me why I have bounties next to my table, alright? You dirty fucks. I use socks for that. That's very green, so it's really easy to pinpoint the differences between them. And it's a little, this test strip is like a fucking sponge. It sops everything up, but look how like the wet spot is still lingering right on top of that. This is a very dense fragrance, but let's do snort comparison. So let's start off with the OG. Ah!
Nice.
Smoky, boozy, plummy, juicy, sexy. Ooh! I feel the goosebumps coming. All right, now Let's try the new black on black vintage 2024. You know how weird it sounds to say vintage 2024? It's like a shitty wine that's like, oh, this is vintage. What year? 4 months ago. Oh, it is smokier, darker, almost like a soft caramel kiss.
Yeah, boy.
The vanilla does become a little bit prominent, but the vanilla is actually giving it a little bit of a caramel essence, smoky. Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Hold up. Hold on. So I'm not getting... Damn, they came up hard as fuck, too. Let's see what it does on my skin if that green shit comes out. Let's spray it on her arm. Yeah, look. A little bit of green on her arm, look. That's fucking weird. Why? I don't know if I like that. Right, let me give these a couple of seconds to dry down. There's definitely differences between them. At least on the test strip, and obviously on whatever food coloring they're adding to that shit or whatever the case may be. There's definitely differences in color. I don't know, that might fuck up a white tea. I'm not sure. I don't have an extra white tea there to test out. If not, I would have. But let's get into the smells. All right, so this hand, oh my God, it's like a religious experience. It's coming off extra woody and smokier. Still juicy, still boozy, still fucking delicious. But no goosies. No goosies, okay? Goosies have gone down completely. Let's go to the new vintage. Oh yeah, wow. I'm getting more smoky wood vanilla, and then kind of like secondary is the plum, but it is present off the skin. It's giving a little bit of a burnt sugary caramelic tone. I'm assuming that's where that vanilla comes from, and I guess that vanilla CO2, maybe it's an extraction process of how they get this vanillic DNA. Earthier, sweet, almost chestnutish. Okay, so they're not one-to-one. They're definitely not a repetitive buy, which is great. There's differences between them both, but I'm getting minis off of the new shit, the new vintage, the all black joint. Something here is speaking to me almost caramel toffee. Like I'm smelling nuttiness. Oh man, this is fucking, bro. I thought this was the shit. I still think this is phenomenal. But this has a little bit of a gourmandy edge to it. It's really toffee, caramel, creme brulee, but it's more vanillic forward than it is plum. This one has more smoky wood essence, although they said this one's supposed to be smokier. This one has smokier woody essence, with the plum being a little bit more prominent than on this one. The plum, I'm kind of slightly struggling to find it, but that toffee creme brulee DNA, although I know fucking vanilla, everybody's exhausted of vanilla, but it's not like your traditional vanilla. It's definitely a different vibe. It's crunchier, it's smoother, it's gourmandy, smoky also. Oh man, respectfully, between these two, this one has a little bit of an edge off of this one. This one has better plum. This one, as an overall scent, I think has much more mass appeal and get close to me factor. They're not repetitive, which is great. I don't want redundancy in a fragrance, even if it's the exact same name. I want it to have some similarities, but deviate enough that it won't feel like I just bought the same fragrance twice. And these aren't cheap fragrances, so you don't want to be blowing the bag on something that smells exactly the fucking same as the last fragrance that you just bought. Make it make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to this one a little. Oh, wait a minute. There's the plum. Right here when I'm trying to wrap up the video. I'm gonna have to chill for a minute because there's the plum. There it is. Juicy, slightly jammy. Came back. Once plum touches my skin, it's like the spider sense that becomes alive. Okay, yeah. Vintage 2024, crazy. But the original shit, fucking crazy too. I would sample this one first and then try this one. I mean, if you're gonna sample them, get fucking 2 samples. Just spend the money and see which one is gonna call your attention a little bit more. For me, right now, this one is doing beauty off of my skin. This one is still a fucking grenade. Yeah, it just winds down beautifully also. But today, shit, I did not expect that. I thought this was gonna be a flop. Like the whole name, the release, everything about it just seems kind of weird. But the scent, yo. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Have you tried this joint and did you see this one and were conflicted on which one to buy because you just didn't know? Well, now you know. Toffee, plum all the way at the dry down, smoky, nutty, chestnut. This one, woody forward, you'll find the plum in the opening / midsection. Also very fucking handsome. And they're both boozy in their own right, adding this element of sweetness and little alcoholic punch that we're all looking for because liquor makes us happy. Unless you're recovering in like 12-step program, sorry. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll put links in the description of both of these joints. If you're interested, sample before you buy. And don't trust me, trust your skin. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would